Recipient is Norm and Linda DeBuck, New Lawn Sod Farm. Norm's knowledge of sod farming started with his father, Leo, who taught his 5 sons the fine art of growing sod. Dad always said there should be only one captain of a ship, so all 5 of us had our own farms, stated Norm. He has a brother in Wisconsin, 1 in New York, and then there were 3 located here in Michigan. In November of 1979, he, his wife Linda, and their 2 sons in tow, Eric then 3 and Scott 2, purchased their first 150 acres in Belleville. They named their farm New Lawn Sod Farm. During the spring and summer months of 1980, they worked the land to prepare it to seed in the fall. They harvested their first crop of sod in the fall of 1981. It was a slow start for them as they were experiencing a recession at that time. Their crew consisted of 1 employee, Linda, and Norm. Linda ran the office out of an old farmhouse on the farm where they lived. Norm and 1 employee would cut the sod, and if necessary, Norm would hop in the truck and make the delivery. If someone needed sod while he was gone, Linda would go out and drive the harvester. Many times, they were a 2-man show. Linda would drive the harvester and Norm would stack sod to save money on labor. It was quite the family affair. They would park their van in the field near where they were cutting sod, and the boys would play in the dirt with their Tonka trucks. One time they recalled how they parked their van on the edge of the field and left Eric and Scott there with their Tonka trucks to play while he and Linda went out to cut sod. A short time later, they saw a bunch of papers blowing across the field toward them. Norm got off the harvester to see what the papers were. They were pages torn from the van manual that Eric had used to wipe his bottom with. As the farm grew, so did their family. They have 2 daughters, Jennifer, a chiropractor in Dearborn, and Lisa, a physician's assistant working for a neurosurgeon in the Grand Rapids area. During the Great Recession, their sod sales dropped by 2/3. Thanks to their sons thinking out of the box, they became involved in the agri-entertainment business. They created DeBuck's Corn Maze and Pumpkin Patch. The corn maze consists of 13 acres, and they now grow approximately 20 acres of pumpkins. They are a family fun farm destination. Hay rides to the pumpkin patch, jump pads, giant slides, pony rides, petting farm, homemade donuts, Linda's kitchen, and so much more. They just finished their 7th year. The weather was great this fall, and they were pleased with the way the season ended in both the sod farm and corn maze business. Norm's devotion to the industry goes beyond the sod farm. He was president of the Michigan Sod Growers Association in the mid-90s and was a trustee with the Turf Producers International Association from 2000 through 2006. Bob Wirtz, past president of Turf Producers International Association, had this to say: Norm was a great addition to the TPIA board for 6 years, donating his time and expertise to helping sod growers around the world. Congratulations, Norm and Linda, says Bob. Today, Norm sits on the board of directors of the MGIA, a role he has held for nearly 6 years. Currently, he is the treasurer. New Lawn Sod Farm exhibits, advertises, and sponsors numerous events for the association, including donating all of the sod used for the Landscape Industry Certified Field Exam. Larry and Sarah Wright, Wright's Landscape Services, had this to say: We would like to congratulate Linda and Norm DeBuck on being chosen as the Member of the Year for the MGIA. This recognition symbolizes the dedication that you have both shown in continuing to invest yourselves in the values and principles of the association and its members. It is truly a brighter day when you call New Lawn Sod Farm, and that sweet, happy to help you voice of Linda's reach you, says Sarah. Personally, I have known Norm and Linda my whole tenure at MGIA, and they are 2 of the most genuine, kind-hearted, ethical, and moral people I know. So some 35 years later, their farm has grown to 500 acres, and Linda and Norm are still working side by side. Their son Scott continues to move them forward with his youthful, fresh ideas. It's not always easy working with your parents, but his mom and dad appreciate the fact that he has stuck with them through both the good and bad times. Eric's wife is from Texas, and after 10 years in Michigan, she wanted to move back home. Eric left the business, and he and his family are living in Texas. They have had roller coaster years in the sod business, but feel that they have been made stronger for it. Overall, though, Linda and Norm feel that the greatest blessing in their lives are their 4 children and 5 beautiful grandchildren. Please join me in congratulating Norm and Linda DeBuck, new moms.